Hello and welcome to Happy Foot Sad Foot, your LAFC post-game show. I'm Darren Miller. What an exciting start to the MLS season. LAFC with the 1-0 victory. Kind of barely. I am all on my own today. Travis Helwig is lost in London, still walking since last week. We don't know where he is. Vince went to go find him. Hopefully they'll both come back soon. We've got a lot to talk about, whether they're here or not. Everybody come on in. The chat's getting going. I love to see it. I am alone, so I'm looking for correspondence. Okay, call in if you want to call in. Give us your happy foot and sad foot of the match. But I also want to know other stuff, like what was the vibe in the stadium? There was new food, with the food in the stadium, the food at the fields, the food in the tailgate. What was going on there? If you were at home, I want to know. This was the first game for the play callers too, for the announcers. What did you get out of that? What was the jumbotron like? Did they fix the halftime music situation? There's a lot of questions in the new season. Let's get it going. I'll recap it first. It was an end-to-end game. LAFC was a little sloppy to start out. There's some rust. I guess I'll give them that. They did have other matches recently, so there's first game jitters. It's the first time at BMO. It's exciting. There's some nerves, maybe. I thought the back line was pretty sloppy. Surprisingly, that's what I think we expected to feel like was solid, and everything else is a little bit up in the air. I feel like not quite there on the front either, but a lot more potential, a lot more promising than we've been seeing lately. So I was excited to see what I saw there. Midfield is looking pretty good with the new guys. I'm liking what I'm seeing there. This might have been just Minnesota's game plan, but we did play with a lot more possession, which I like to see. The more we passed, the more good things happened. That was true last season as well, but we didn't seem to do it very often. We do already have a super chat. Thank you so much, William Lamb. Hello, Happy Foot, Sad Foot crew. It's a good start for LAFC, yet it needs more work. Totally agree. By the way, Jeremy Ebobisse's goal is perfection. Let's just get going, right? Let's just start there. That's the main happy foot for me, at least. Jeremy Ebobisse's goal was, not only was it a beautiful shot and a beautiful goal, but it started with I don't know whether it was the Delgato-to-Bouanga pass as nice or nicer than the goal, maybe. Beautiful pass to Bouanga, then to Ordaz. Perfect. Kept some heat off of the pass just because he knew he wanted Ebobisse to one-time it. A perfect pass to Ebobisse for the shot. Amazing team goal. Exactly the kind of thing I think we've all been kind of looking for. It was amazing. It was great. That was a great way to punctuate what was like, who knows what kind of game this is going to be. It was really nice to see Ebobisse really feeling like active the whole game. He was he fit into a front line that looked pretty good to me. That was one of the first storylines we were tracking, was the lineup. We had Martinez in with him and Bouanga instead of Ordaz, who got the start last match. Martinez looked great, I thought. I liked the timing of Ordaz coming in. Ordaz looked pretty good when he came in too. They had kind of figured out Martinez at that point. He had kind of run out of steam, and so I like the combination at that. Like that seemed to work out pretty well. But Martinez did look great when he was in, and we did have Hollingshead still in the back. What else in terms of lineup am I missing here? No Segura. I feel like the complaint that comes with Segura when there's complaints is that it's a little bit sloppy and messy, which is interesting because that's how I felt like they were without him as well. So that seems to be like they'll still tinker a little bit there. But yeah, we did see a little bit of different style of play. It wasn't 100% counterattack, although again, that could have just been more about Minnesota than about us. And Giroud did get it in there. He did get one chance in at the end that was, I'll let you guys sound off and call in, and in the chat, let me know. I kind of feel like you got to score that, especially given the history with Giroud on this team so far. That's a bit much to not score that goal. But of course, we'll still be playing him. We'll still see what happens. Before I get to callers, just one more thing I want to call out. A big happy foot was the 3252, as usual. That tifo was incredible. Amazing tribute to the firefighters and the community coming together after the fires. I don't know how that tifo is going to be beat by anyone this season. So that was a great note to start on. Let's get to some callers. We got people at the match, it looks like. LAX Andy,
hey
you're
guys,
on. You're at the match. What's happening? Happy foots, sad foots?
Good to see you, Darren.
You
I wasn't gonna hope you had a great offseason. Hope everybody had a great offseason. Wasn't gonna call in, but you did put out that request for folks to report out on the food and vibes, and I'm a food and vibes guy. So it was a very low bar to start off with, but I thought that the food overall at BMO has improved significantly. Apologies to folks who have dietary restrictions. My love goes out to you, but they did replace Wolfie's with a real chicken spot. Again, no offense.
Oh my goodness, this is huge news! Breaking news.
That was a big change. We also saw the closing of Monarca Coffee, which I was sad, but they replaced it with a Punk Bunny, which people seem to be okay with. I don't know. I've never tried it. Apparently, it's affiliated with Green Day.
Green Day, the band?
Yes, it's like their coffee spot.
The punk rock band, Green Day.
Yes.
Okay.
And what? And
I mean, they haven't been actual punk for a very long time, so
another great substitution too was Trejos Tacos was replaced with the Fusion Korean spot. So, in my estimation, 3 huge improvements.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. That's in stadium we're talking about.
That's in stadium.
You're talking to a food guy and a vibes guy too. So I mean, we got more than just the stadium for other people to call in too. I'm not putting this all on your shoulders, but
outside the stadium, the tacos, the birria was still solid as always.
That's no question.
And of course, solid vibes. All in Christmas Tree Lane before the game. Huge lines. I think a lot of people were really anxious about the bobblehead situation, but again, on point. The club was on point. The management was really good. I was pleasantly surprised. I was ready to see folks with 10 bobbleheads, and that wasn't the case. So again, huge happy foot for the management of the club to how they managed that whole bobblehead process.
That's great. Did you get a bobblehead?
I did. I gave it to a friend. I know that she's listening. Letty, shout out. She couldn't make it. She had just shout out to her. I don't want to get into details. We had a nice little meetup, a little feet and greet at the half. It was really emotional for a lot of reasons. A lot of personal news was shared for those of you that were there, that shared personal stuff. It's a special moment for all of us. We're not going to go on and talk about what was shared there. But much love to everybody that made it out to the feet and greet.
Thank you so much for organizing that. That is amazing to hear. Shout out to everybody who is doing that. I wish I could have been there. It's amazing to hear that that's happening. Oh man, thanks everybody. I hope there was photos. Post them.
Yeah. Shout out. I believe Denise got a selfie, and shout out to Daniel, who it was organized by special request of Travis's enemy, Daniel. We did. We had 2 different photos, so we'll Photoshop it all together. We had some good photos at the meet and greet.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us. As always,
Thanks,
excited for you to join us again soon. The season is here. Safe trip home.
Have a great one, everybody. Thank you.
All right. That seems like a good timing to bring on Daniel if you're there. I think you're there. You just muted. Unmute and I'll bring you on. It seemed like a good segue, but now we don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay. Welcome to the show, Daniel. This might be your first appearance from a match on the show.
Yes, it's expensive these days, and I'm not rich, so just happy there today. See, this is a more ideal start to the season. Sunny weather, not shit cold. To the match, happy feet. David Martinez was really impressive, man. I'm hopeful for him. I just, if he can find a way to execute, I think I could see him being one of the team leaders in goals. Sad foot, the ref was shit today. inconsistent. That was a penalty on Martinez at the end of the first half. Martinez should have gotten the penalty. We should have taken a penalty shot from there. What angers me most is like they're inconsistent. But other than that, yes, it took us a little long to score. We could have passed better, but it's just early season blues. But it was a fun match today. Shout out to LAX Andy and Todrick. It was great meeting you all. Next time I'll probably get earbuds because you're probably having trouble hearing me. But
No, you're right.
it was
You're
a fun
good.
time. It was a fun
Thank
time.
you.
I just
Thanks
wish
for making
Vince
that
was here.
meetup happen.
Yes.
Vince? Well, Vince is out looking for Travis. We don't know. Travis is lost somewhere in London, so they're both having a real walkable moment.
Yes.
Thank you again for joining us. Thank you for joining us every time. Enjoy the vibes, the post game vibes.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you again soon. We're joined now. LAFC Luke, welcome back to the show.
Hey guys.
Am I seeing a new kit? Is it a new kit?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm still near
Luke?
the stadium, so my signal sucks. Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? You're coming through okay.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Are we seeing the new kit here?
Yes, this is the replica of it, so it has the whole collar.
Oh wow. The better kit.
Half the price for twice the collar.
It's true. A real price per collar clusterfuck. What did you get for the match? You have a happy foot and sad foot for us?
My happy foot is both David Martinez and Nathan Ordaz. I thought they were solid. I thought David was looking amazing, and Nathan
I'm liking the combo.
Yeah. Sad foot. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what to say. I didn't have a sad foot.
We don't need any sad. You don't need. You don't need. Yeah. You don't need any sad.
I guess our midfield felt a little like, wasn't great. Also, maybe sad head because their play was over and over, kick it over us, and their tall guys would get it over our short guys.
Yeah,
that was their play.
Yeah, that works more than you would expect. Yeah.
So I guess sad head.
Sad head. All right, great. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Happy season. Happy season to you and yours.
Ciao.
We'll see you again soon. Love people joining from the stadium. Amazing. Excited to see those photos from the meetup. Man, I'm excited to get to a game. Couldn't do it today, but middle of how do people feel about a 1:30 game on a Saturday? Do people like that? That's a little early. I don't know. Great points about Martinez and Ordaz. I think last show we were talking about one or the other, and both seems like a good solution so far. What else? I got other stuff on my list I want to get through. Feel free to call in anytime. There's a link in the chat. Again, a beautiful team goal from Ebobisse. The Bouanga bobblehead sounds like it was laid out well. I would love to see. I want to know what people think about the bobblehead itself. They did miss up. I think they missed an opportunity, in my opinion. This could have been the first time we could have seen a bobblehead with the springs on the feet for the flip. I guess that makes it not a bobblehead, which is fair. But I don't know. Would have been fun. I like seeing guys getting their rep. I mean, I think this is kind of a double-edged sword, right? Like you were seeing us get the rust off. You were seeing guys get their reps in, which was both exciting and you can see the potential, but also frustrating because it, like a lot of people have mentioned so far, like it was not there. Minnesota easily could have scored a number of times early in the match. We gave them the ball like 8 feet in front of the net, right in the middle with a wide open shot, and Yeboah just shanked it. We got completely lucky a few times like that. I thought the defense was a real jellyfish defense today. We can't have that. I do think that they're going to keep getting the rest off, but It did feel messy. Palencia was a welcome addition to any play anytime he could get involved, as usual. But that was pretty rough. I think midfield was looking like you can similar. You could see the potential, but like it was a very end-to-end game. I think if this is how we play in the next 5 games, I don't love it. But you did get the sense that that's not what's going to happen, I think, is what I'm getting at. Lloris had an incredible game, not just in that first moment, but there were a handful of other moments with amazing saves, which at the end, that ball that went off the crossbar, I couldn't tell, but apparently, officially, as it was scored, was that he did get a hand on it, which is an incredible save. He had a few saves like that, completely saved the match. I don't love that we needed that. But that was nice to see. Martinez, we did mention it, but when he was, I think it was like the 17th minute when he was in, he dribbled through 4 guys and got a great shot off at one point. He was really putting good shots on. And it was good seeing people starting to get their reps. Ebobisse like gradually got into the game that really led up to that big moment. I have a couple more sad foots, I believe. Oh, it's Tim Tillman. Not his day. Honestly, people have mentioned the midfield. I don't know that the midfield was so bad so much as just him. Like he was making some mistakes, but I liked the other guys. Delgato, I thought, had a pretty good game. Jesus, also, they both put in passes up to the front that were like refreshing. We weren't used to seeing those types of passes in our game plan. So I saw a lot of potential in that. I thought Tillman was a step behind pretty much the whole game, which when you see it from Tillman, it is a little surprising. So the expectation, it's more about meeting expectations than it being like a catastrophic game. But that can't happen. Here's another super chat. Thank you so much. Heidi Nichols was pretty happy with Delgato. Yeah, we're singing the same song here. Thank you for chatting in. Yeah, I like how he's fitting in. I think having the like as many new guys as we have makes it easier for people to fit in, because it's not such a set system that everybody's playing a certain way. And then, I mean, you saw what happened with Giroud coming in to what was like already kind of a set in stone system that really he didn't really fit into. And that's maybe the next point, is that he's still not quite fitting into. Bouanga did seem to be making more of an effort to get the ball to him when he did come in, and that seemed successful. Maybe we'll see more of that. It is, again, just the first match of the season. I was keeping an eye on corners and set pieces from LAFC today as well. I guess I feel like there was like slight improvement there. Still not enough there either, though. Yeah. Martinez had a couple good corner kicks, so maybe if he's in more, he can take some more corners, and that will get better. I kind of liked him taking the corners. I think a couple of people mentioned last time that Bouanga taking corners was kind of a bummer. What else do people think? Give me some more in the chat. I got another super chat from our friends at Lobbing Scorchers. Beating Minnesota off the field in their splooge kit. MLS is back. Yeah, we did it. We did it. It's one of a splooge kit is not one that you want to lose in. It's a really embarrassing way to lose. And we know, given our new kits, that we're no strangers to losing in embarrassing fashion with the kits. It was nice to see the black kits. Maybe that's another happy foot. I did not mind seeing the black kits at home. It was ultimately just amazing to see a game at BMO on a beautiful day that was not below zero, with guys snot freezing to their beards. I would say like not a great way to start the season in terms of all competitions this year. We had a friendly that was like, I don't know what to take away from that. Then a frozen tundra game that's like, I don't know what to take away from that. now we're 3 days away from the second leg of that CCC match versus Colorado. It did seem like this game was much more of a like getting into form situation than getting tired or getting injured or creating any sort of problems for rotation for Tuesday. So I like where this leaves us for Tuesday, especially since Giroud wasn't in there that much. I mean, we still have good minutes from Ordaz, I think, and we say Martinez didn't have to go the full game. I think the game was managed pretty well from like a roster rotation standpoint for Tuesday. So I'm feeling pretty good about where that's at, especially given that that's also at BMO. And we'll be back there on Tuesday. I guess I should mention, I have talked about the Ebobisse goal, but technically that was my bet this week. I don't know that we've ever had if you don't watch the preview episodes, we have a segment called Bet It and Forget It, where we make an outlandish bet for something that will happen in the match, and whoever cashes in gets the money. I cashed in on the first game of the season with a pool that was pretty significant because of the carryover from last year. So I'm happy about that. I don't know if that's ever happened. Ebobisse's first goal with the team. The bet was first goal with the team. Someone's first goal with LAFC will happen. I think Travis had a brace from Martinez. That didn't happen. And Vince had a hat trick from Giroud, which definitely didn't happen. Also, Ebobisse's goal was the first goal of the MLS season. So now everyone else can score. Everyone else is allowed to score now. We needed Ebobisse to get that first one, and now everyone's good. I don't know what other good games are going on now. Maybe we're waiting until tonight. Maybe they're just starting right now. What else we got? I've been missing the chat. I pulled it over to the Star chat. What else we got? Michael Thomas, I think they just need reps. 8 new players being integrated will take a few games. 100% agree with that. Oh, very glad to see Olivier Giroud on the bench. A weird thing to read and say out loud, but I get where you're coming from. Boy. Daniel says, can I come on Lobbing Scorchers? Oh, man. Danny Tunip says, is Bouanga 1-on-3 a good game plan always? You know what? I would say no, but that's been the game. That's not new. That's kind of what he does. Usually he scores enough to feel like it feels silly to criticize it. So I guess we'll wait until that's either happening or not happening, and then we'll see. We've got more callers. Isaiah, I see you muted. Unmute if you want to come on, and I'll bring you on. That's happening gradually. You're still muted. You're unmuted. Come on to the show. All right. Isaiah, welcome to the show.
What's going on?
What's happening?
Nothing much. Just enjoying the win.
Were you at the match or are you at home?
No, I'm at home.
All right. What's that? Happy foot and sad foot?
Primary happy foot would be, I guess, Martinez. Just
good.
add on to that. You know, I liked his creativity out wide. I know it's relieve a little bit off the pressure off Bouanga. Only thing I have to criticize off of him is that we didn't see what we got out of Ordaz from him, which is, you know, making the cut inside and the final pass, which was, you know, the finishing piece for the Ebobisse goal. So making maybe more inward runs, which we'd like to see more out of Martinez, and in the central midfield, almost like the cam role. So maybe just seeing him more in the midfield. That's what I would probably say.
That's a great point. I think Ordaz was really playing the system. Martinez looked like almost like a second Bouanga out there, which you can't be mad at. But at the same time, I think you make a great point. I think Travis dipped into the Discord for a moment from London and made a similar point that it seemed like Martinez was doing David was doing David, and Ordaz was more willing to play the system. Yeah. It's a nice combo, I guess. I don't know that we've seen enough from either one of them alone to be like, this is the guy to go the full 90. So together it was nice.
And then want to say Ebobisse's versatility and the attack was definitely nice to see. You know, him and Ordaz when he came on, they were swapping out from striker and the wing. So on that play, you know, Ordaz was making the run inside the box and laid it off. So that's something we don't see out of Giroud. Giroud just kind of standing there hoping a cross lands at his feet. You know, that's why I don't like his. He's more of a target man, and that doesn't play towards our system, and that's not something Bouanga is looking for. So definitely
I totally agree.
Yeah. So
I still can't, like, instinctively, when I see that Giroud's not in, the instinct is always like, I don't know how this person who's in instead of him is gonna be as good as that. But I know that that's like, if you look at what's going on the pitch, that's not what's like. You need someone like Ebobisse who's active, who's running to where the play is and involving himself and making things happen. At least for the way we're playing now, like you said. Yeah, totally agree.
First half too. I mean, he came up, played the ball short, and then earned the first yellow for Minnesota. That was good there. A good moment. The only thing I want to say for the defense is first 30 minutes of the game, you know, Minnesota was really pinning us in, and I think we got to do a better job clearing the ball away. I think it was Holland's head. He cleared it off. I think it bounced off.
Yes.
And of course, you know, that was scary. But another thing is in the America friendly, I think it was Igor Jesus who was the one who turned it over, and we just got to get better at clearing the ball away. Either it's just out to the sidelines or boot it down, something. We've already had a few moments where it's gotten scary, so I'd like to see them clean it up.
Totally agree with that. Yeah, they need to clean up on defense in a lot of ways. Hopefully we'll see that next match.
One more thing is I didn't really like the Giroud substitution. You know, it's not to keep hating on him, but I think it was like almost 80th minute already because he scored 79th minute. Yeah, somewhere around there. Like,
it's weird. Yeah, he scored right away. Came out and it was like,
yeah. So
okay.
like I wanted to see them, you know, maybe sub on Yeboah and go into like a 5-back almost a little bit. You know, to get him on there earlier, get him more minutes, see what we get out of him. And I just didn't think we needed an extra goal there to where
it did feel a little bit like Trundle was like, fuck it, they're already out there. Let's just let them go in.
Yeah.
Instead of changing, like, oh, we scored. I guess we should change up what we're doing now. Yeah, that's a good point for sure. One last question before you go. You had a lot of choices for how to watch the match. Who were your play callers?
Who's my play callers for what?
Were you watching on? Did you get Twellman, Denholm, or Fox? I don't know who was on Fox. Was the same broadcast?
Yeah, Apple TV. So it was just
Twellman.
Twellman.
Okay.
I was gonna look for Fox, but I was like, Apple TV's got the best quality, so I'm not even gonna bother. You know.
Great. That's just it. I'm gathering data. Thank you for joining us as always. Right. We'll see you again soon. I went with Denholm today. Tell me who you had in the chat. Denholm was great. My favorite play call from Denholm. At one point I actually wrote it down. What did he say? Oh no. Did I lose it? It was something. Oh wow, the referee's letting a lot go if you're wearing a light blue jersey today. It was just a nice play, a nice classic Denholm call. Miss Bones is joining us. Welcome to the show, Miss Bones. Is that another new kit?
Hi, Darren. In the new kit, and guess what? Mine has a full collar.
That's the second one we've seen. Luke joined earlier with the full collar version. I don't know, guys. It's the better version. When has there been a replica that's better than the authentic?
It's really nice. Just saying.
I love it.
I felt like I had to send you a super chat because you look so lonely.
I'm never lonely. I have the chat. I have the guests. I have my notes.
We're here for you.
I have the match. I have the team. Thank you.
Yeah, we're here for you in ways Travis and Vince will never be.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Very appreciated. I told them don't bother coming back on the show. Okay, right. We're in a big fight, everyone.
Nope, just stay where you are. We don't need you.
Do you have a Happy Foot Sadfoot for us?
Yes. Okay. My Happy Foot is my jersey with the full collar. I really love it. It says Miss Bones on the back. So
no way.
Everyone can look out for me. Yeah, absolutely. Go check it out on my Instagram. So I was going to say Sadfoot is that the three of you guys aren't anywhere near BMO today, which is like just absolutely atrocious. It's worst decision making I've ever seen so far, 2025. Vince is somewhere on a balcony in Monterey. Travis is trapped somewhere in a phone booth in London. You get a pass because you're home with your kids. But
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
That's my super sad foot. But my real sad foot is Giroud. I can't. I'm so over. Giroud do nothing but disappoint us. So annoying. I watched some highlights of his when he played for Arsenal this week, and he was absolutely incredible. And then he comes up on the field here at BMO and just
hot garbage.
Hot garbage. Yeah. Hot take.
No, it's at some point we're all gonna get tired of it, and I think
I am tired of it.
I think it's been gradually happening for a while, and now, at a certain point, there's more people who are tired of it than not. Is I think what I'm really saying is it'll be interesting to see that play out. So he's better score soon.
He better
get a breakaway.
That's it.
Yeah, he had the ball right. I mean, come on. I laughed when I saw that. Ebobisse scored, and then a few minutes later, he had a really good chance.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love seeing Ebobisse goal. Like that was seeing him score. That was. I feel like our players need to score a goal to like unlock, you know. And so I feel like Ebobisse unlocked. And so now I'm really excited to see what happens from here on out.
I think that's true. That's definitely true of Bouanga, so I'm looking forward to that too. You could see him kind of like making some attempts. Thank you for joining us as always.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you again soon.
Fist bump.
Fist bumps out. Thank you. Bouanga got some shots off. He had a nice shot that went over the net. I remember last season he had a weird first 5 games, I want to say, where he just took 1,000 shots. So I don't know if I want him to do that again, but I do want him to unlock, just like Miss Bones said. Obviously, Giroud still needs to unlock too, but at least we got one. And Martinez, I feel like, was able to unlock without scoring. Maybe even Ordaz too. I mean, he scored in the last match. So we're getting guys unlocked here and there. I like that way of looking at it. We'll see what happens on Tuesday and then again Saturday. I have another sad foot now that we're at the tail end of the show, and that's that the player heat map came on toward the end of the game, which is usually the Celsius heat map. Now it's sponsored by IHG Hotels and Resorts. This is a huge problem. You can't have that. Celsius at least had some kind of relevance. Who cares about IHG Hotels and Resorts? I mean, someone's really dropping the ball at Apple TV. I can't accept this. We need a new sponsor for this useless graphic by next week. Okay. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. We need to see the heat map, of course. I mean, how are we gonna go a game without knowing all the different spots on the field that someone ran? You know, and for that to be brought to you by a hotel chain, I don't know. I don't see the relevance. I don't see the relevance of the graphic to anything on the pitch either. But I mean, so maybe from that perspective, it does fit. Maybe that's how I'll have to look at it from now on. I'll just be like, it's all random, and that's fine. So I can cope if you guys can't find a new sponsor. Unless anyone has, I'm gonna look at for one last look at the comments here in case anyone's got something to point out that I'm missing here. I do think we've covered a lot. Daniel Angel says the Adidas stitched on the shoulder straps last better. Okay. Let's see. Kevin Mayday agrees. Denny wasn't being aggressive, even though he didn't score. He was in the right mindset. It did feel like he had that at least. It wasn't a good game, but it wasn't their worst. Great take from Michael Thomas. I mean, I totally agree, but it's just funny that, yeah, I guess I should have just came on and said that and been done. Yeah. Loving Scorchers. IHG, it's where you stay on and off the pitch. Sure. That's good. Yeah, I guess that does work. It's like, where are you? Yeah, where are you staying? When you're not staying, when where you go, like after you're running around all over the place, but when you're coming back to rest, you could stay at an IHG hotel. We'll keep workshopping it. There's got to be something. Well, a great first match in enough respects to get the 3 points, and that's what matters. It feels great to start the season off with 3 points. We started the season off last season with maybe 3 points in the first 6 weeks. I don't know. It was a nightmare. I'm just hoping we don't have to experience that again. I'm just loving seeing LAFC play at BMO. We'll see you again on Tuesday for, I don't think we'll be turning around a preview, but the let's say that last preview really included the second leg of the matchup with Colorado. And we will be live for another post game after that. And thank you so much for being on the show, for supporting the show. Give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Comment on Spotify. Follow us on social. Let us know what you think, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. My kids are banging on the wall asking me to come out because there's still more Saturday left. I was in the middle of some really important yard work when the game started, so I did have to stop doing that. So send me some yard work tips if you got them. I'm also a casual when it comes to that. I have no idea what I'm doing other than some nice work and active time. And now I'm talking about yard work. We didn't get any Walkable City content in. I'm sorry. Travis is going to have to come in with a full report next game. That's it for today. I love you. Bye.